Everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'll be teaching you some very important streamer tips that have really helped me grow on Twitch, will help you guys grow on Twitch, and if you're already growing on Twitch, probably help you gain a few more people into your streams, because you never know who's going to be watching, and you never know when they're going to be tuning in, because you'll have people coming in around the world. You'll have some coming in one stream, and you won't see them again for another stream. You'll have some people who do come back to your streams, and you'll see, like, those are regulars. And let me tell you now, as ideal, like, you may want to reach out to new people, which is understandable because you want new people into your streams so you can get more viewers, and that really isn't what Twitch is about. Twitch is about maintaining a good community and keeping those who have been in your streams the longest close to you, because they are the people who are going to remember you, and you need to remember them because they've been there for you for the longest time. So that's where my first tip comes into play. Always remember who's in your chat. Like, when you start off on Twitch and you see like your first viewer type in the chat, if, like, say in a few months you have 200 followers on Twitch, you gain around 20 viewers, that person's gonna want to be remembered. He's gonna want to come into your chat and say, "Do you remember me? I've been here since the start." And you have to remember them. As hard as it may be with new faces, you need to try your best to remember who has been in your streams since the beginning. I know that may seem difficult. Sometimes I even own up to this mistake of not remembering someone straight away, but the ideal thing is you want to become someone that they know you'll remember, because it really does build a nice communication and a nice, like, friendship with you and that person. My second stream is, when you're going live, always post on social media. I always use Twitter, TikTok, Discord. That's another thing as well. Set up a Discord page. If you're a streamer, it is ideal that you have a Discord server. That way you can keep in contact with people who are from your chat when you're not live, where you can hop into a general chat, you can hang around in a general voice chat. It's always nice when you're a streamer to maintain a nice, and it's always nice, like, when you're a streamer, to talk with people even outside of your streams, because that way it's always going to make sure that your community is active and no one feels left out. Because if someone from your community isn't in the Discord, or, like, but they want to be in the Discord, if you have that link there ready for them, they can join whenever they'd like and become part of that community, which I think Twitch is great on that front, because anyone can come into a stream and become part of a community. I myself only started this year, and I belong in so many communities, which are so amazing to me. Like, I never thought I'd been in any of those communities before, but now we're in September, and I'm in so many amazing communities. I've made so many friends who just mean the world to me. My third streaming tip is streaming schedules. I myself fall victim to this because I don't know myself when I'm live until, like, a day or two before it actually happens. But if you're a streamer with tons of free time on your hands who can, like, dedicate themselves for a streaming schedule, you need to do that as a streamer, because that way your community is going to know when you're live, when they can find you on Twitch, what times you'll be live until. Obviously, some days are going to be changing that, how you're feeling, if you're busy, work, college, all those things. And that's completely understandable. But you need to try your best as a streamer to have a good streaming schedule. Because, as I said, with a good streaming schedule, people will know when you're live, when they can find you on Twitch, how long you can be live until. Which is another thing you can use your Discord for as well, is posting your streaming schedule for that week, because every week may change. Like, for example, one week you may be streaming 7 to 8 p.m. EST until like for a few hours, whereas some days you may be streaming at 3 to 4 p.m. EST for a bit longer, because as I said, everything does change that, like work, college, everything. I myself don't currently have a streaming schedule, so as I said, I do fall victim to this myself. But if you know when you can be live, always posting that streaming schedule is important as a streamer, because then your community is going to know when you're live and everything, as I said before. Another tip for new streamers out there: take the time to make your stream look good. Like, I've seen so many streamers out there who really don't put effort into their streams, and like they do like very minimalistic changes, and I know it's hard to like make a big change to your stream. I know it's hard to get overlays. I know it's hard to get alerts. It But in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't that hard. Streamlabs.com provides alerts for you, and you can edit them to your heart's content. On the website, on the alert box, you can actually change sounds, the GIF playing, and you can change so much more with just a few simple steps. Overlays you can find anywhere. You can find them on Fiverr, Google. You can find them anywhere. The current overlay I use for my streams, my friend actually made for me. I didn't even ask him to make it for me. But that just goes to show, realistically, these things aren't that hard to find, and sometimes that can be a huge difference between you being the bottom streamer of that category and you being the top streamer. Which, speaking of games, if you're a new streamer, it is highly recommended you do not stream highly saturated games. I know everyone's gonna be saying this. I know tons of YouTubers have given this tip out before, but stream a game that isn't a game that will never be found on Twitch. But don't go streaming a game that's like huge, because there can be people with like 100 viewers, 1,000 viewers. People aren't going to scroll to the bottom to find you. You need to make yourself there on Twitch. Otherwise, you will never be discovered. There's really no easy way to put this. With the games you play, you need to A, make sure that the game isn't unknown on Twitch, like they've never watched, and B, you need to make sure that it's a game where you'll be noticed, but you don't want to be like below people with like hundreds of thousands of viewers. A game I recommend for this is Toontown, because I stream this myself, and it's a game where people will come in to watch it, because Toontown is a game of many people's childhoods, and people, like, if you grew up with this game, like I did, people will be able to relate to all the memories that they have with this game, and how much like a memory it means to them. So stream games that aren't known on Twitch, but stream games are like where it's on medium ground, if that makes any sense. And the final tip I'm going to tell you guys about is make sure you guys engage with your audience. Going back to what I said earlier, but this is like going to take a different note on it. Even if you have 1 to 2 viewers, you need to make sure that you're engaging with them, you're talking to them, you're asking them questions. Ask them how their day was, because even that can make the change of how many viewers you have, because they're going to see that you're engaging with them, you're taking the time out of your stream to actually ask how they are, and people are going to pick up on that, and you'll be noticing 5-10 viewers coming into your stream, as long as you're making the effort to ask your audience on Twitch how, like, even how their day is doing. It could honestly make such a huge change between not having any viewers and having around 5 to 10 viewers. Even, like, what I do is myself, I have, like, some questions prepared for the stream for, like, when the chat goes quiet, I will ask the chat a question like, what's your favorite cereal, or what's your favorite thing to do when you have free time? And that does spark up a bit of communication in the chat, because this person may say that they enjoy playing, or like they may enjoy playing this game, whereas someone may say they enjoy playing this game, and it can cause the chat to become engaged again. This has been a few of my streaming tips. If there's anything else you'd like me to see, or like any other things you guys would like me to talk about, leave it in the comments below. I always try to respond to as many comments as possible. I'll leave a link to my Twitch as well. I'll be streaming this Friday and this Saturday, 7 to 8 PM EST. If you guys can make it, it would honestly mean the world to me. I'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.